Hudson Valley Bookkeeping. Today's QuickBooks tutorial is on how to set up a QuickBooks Desktop file from scratch. I'll go over everything you need to do when you first install QuickBooks Desktop on your computer. All right, let's get started. Hi everyone, this video will show you how to start a QuickBooks Desktop file from scratch. So I have I'm not going to show you how to download and install it, but once you have it downloaded and installed, here's how you create your company file. Click Create a New Company. I guess you only need to single click. I like to do Detailed Start, that way you can determine where you save it. So I'll pretend it's my business. I'm not going to put that in. Okay, pick your industry type. It doesn't really matter, but it actually does because it'll help you with your chart of accounts. Pick your entity type. Most companies start in January. And then you'll have to come up with a password. Click Next. Now you choose where you're going to save the file. Number one, I'm going to keep it here in this folder I've already been making. Don't save it on your desktop. I've seen people accidentally think they're cleaning up their desktop and they have too many icons or files saved there and they delete their QuickBooks file. So just make it its own folder, please. Click Next. Okay, this is pretty important. So this is where you're going to determine, like I'm a bookkeeper, right? So I just sell bookkeeping services and QuickBooks lessons, but maybe you sell products as well. So this would determine if you're going to pick one, specifically one, or say both. So for me, I would say services. If you're medical practice, well, medical practice is sometimes in cosmetics, or dermatology, they actually sell products. So there you go. But if you were a therapist, you would just choose services. Another important one, are you charging sales tax? So once again, if you're selling products, you should be charging sales tax. And if you're not, you should go on your state's website and figure out how to do that correctly. Service businesses don't create estimates. That's more for like contractors. Statements are good. I would say everyone should use statements. That's how it can list one of your customers' open invoices all in one report, and it also shows their payments. So it's kind of like it shows the history of their invoicing and payments. Now, I disagree with this. Of course, I would want to use an invoice. So ignore that. Everybody should choose, do you want to use invoices? Click Next. Progress invoicing, I don't love to do that, and I don't work with a lot of contractors, but I would say most people don't need progress invoicing. I would choose managing bills you owe, just in case, so it's set up. Managing bills inside QuickBooks Desktop can mess up a novice, because what happens is they enter a bill and then they go and pay it and they don't go through the correct process. I have a video on how to pay bills, and I explain the difference between paying bills and expenses. So check that video out. I'll try and remember to link it in the description. But it is a good way to see how you're doing. And if you enter your bills as of when you receive them or the date of the bill, you can run your company profit and loss in accrual and really see if you're making money or not. I don't normally track time in QuickBooks, but it's okay. If you have employees, you could set that up now. And especially if you have subcontractors, I would say you really need to do this one. So this 1099 piece is set up, and I have videos on 1099s. Okay, setting up your chart of accounts. It's not even telling you anything yet. Okay, so we'll pick January 1st. You really need to start all your QuickBooks with a January 1st start date. It could be July now. You're going to need to go back and enter your data as of January 1st, unless your fiscal start date is July 1st. Okay, this is their recommended chart of accounts. So, it's saying for my industry. So I would want bookkeeping services income because I'm a bookkeeper, right? And this is a nice thing because it's offering you to add things to your chart of accounts. So I pay merchant account fees. I don't outsource, so I don't need that. You can pick charitable things you might use. I don't rent any equipment, but I do pay for health insurance for employees. Miscellaneous expense. There is really no such thing. So you should not use that because either your bookkeeper or you are just going to throw anything in that bucket and it will cause you problems at year end. Printing, that's like your neighborhood printer that does your envelopes and stationery. You would use taxes property if you owned your own building that that's part of your business. Interest income, political contributions, that is not tax deductible. Okay, click next. Okay, so you've done the easy step interview. Click go to setup. Okay, and from here you can add products, services, and bank accounts. I would say the most important thing you would do first is add your bank account. So click here. Actually, let me just show you the other way. I don't like doing it that way. Now I'm an accountant version, so ignore that. So you go here, list, chart of accounts. Now, guys, I have a video on items. It might be in QuickBooks Online. It's the same theory either way, so definitely want to check that out. Go down here to the bottom, click account, and click new. So from here, you see this? This is where you click bank. I'm just going to pretend that this is Chase Checking. So like the biggest bank in America. So no, you don't want to set up the bank feed. So now you could start entering your deposits and so forth. The other thing you would need to, now I have a full video on how to set up customers, and I have a full video on how to set up items for invoicing. So go watch those videos to get, that piece. I'll also make sure I make these specific to desktop, but very similar. All right, so that's how you get started. You have a checking account and you have your chart of accounts. All right, have a great day.